Hello, I'm Naomi Ulsted, and I'm here to read to you this morning. It's early morning, and I have lipstick on, so that's something. But I'm here to read from my book, The Apology Box, which came out in December. It's a young adult novel, contemporary, and it's published through Idle Time Press. So I'm going to read to you a little bit, just to give you the backstory here. Tessa, our main character, she's 16 years old. She's made a really terrible mistake. She's always been somebody who does everything she's supposed to do. She's kind of an overachiever, and she's got a lot of pent up resentment. And so she makes one big mistake, and that mistake is going to change the trajectory of her life. But the first thing that happens is she's assigned to do community service, and she has decided to do community service at an assisted living center. So this is her first day at the assisted living center. She's here with Kathy, who is the supervisor there. As we walked down the hall, Kathy introduced me to residents who had their doors open. Each time I waved and smiled. Some of them waved back. There was a sudden crash, and a nursing assistant wearing scrubs ran out of a resident's room. A bowl flew after her, spattering beige goo all over her and the floor. "Oh my God," the woman huffed, wiping at the spatters on her scrubs. "She's out of control." Kathy sighed. "Go on, get changed." I followed Kathy as she walked through the door, careful to step over the goo on the floor. A woman sat hunched over her tray. Her back was to us. She had thinning hair that hung below her ears in gray wisps. Kathy picked up a spoon from the floor. "FB," she said, "we have talked about how to behave with the girls." FB slammed her hand on her tray. I jumped as the remaining utensils clattered to the floor. "I told her I don't like cream of wheat. I like malto meal." "FB, you know we don't serve malto meal." FB looked up, registering my presence. I backed away, afraid her tray might come my way. "Who's this? Some new lamb for the slaughter?" "Now, FB, is that any way to greet our new volunteer? This is Tessa." "Hello," I said. FB grunted. Her face was a mass of lines that all pointed to a mouth frozen in perpetual scowl. Her fingers were gnarled, and now that they weren't hurling things, she clasped them together as if she were going to pray, perhaps to the breakfast gods to send her some malto meal. Although the expression on her face looked less like she was saying a prayer and more like she was making up a curse. I took notice of the faded Avengers t-shirt that draped over her tiny bony frame. Kathy finished wiping up the floor. "Since you've thrown out your breakfast, you'll need to wait for lunch before you get anything else to eat. Now, why don't you watch a show?" "Bunch of mind-numbing bullshit meant to turn us into clones," FB grumbled. Kathy made a start for the door, and I followed. "You'll be a clone like all the rest of them soon enough," FB called out after me. Kathy shook her head, her now lopsided bird's nest hair twisting with it. So that was just a quick little part from The Apology Box. This book is available through bookshop.org or Amazon or Barnes & Noble, and I love libraries. Go to your library and see if they have it, and if not, ask for it, and they can probably order it for you. So thank you so much for spending some time with me this morning. I hope you liked that little snippet, and we'll see you later.